2019. As many of you might remember, we created our Judeo-Christian Bible Bloc Party to run for the Israeli Knesset elections, and we did participate in the April 2019 elections, September 2019 elections, and now March 2020 elections. And of course, as soon as our elections were over, we got hit full force by the coronavirus. And so we've been pretty much in home isolation for the last 2 months, which gave me a lot of time to do projects that I'd been wanting to do for decades. So I did the projects, and now I'm getting ready for the next trip to the United States, maybe Canada. The trip will probably be somewhere between June 1st all the way to September 1st, or maybe a little more. Our high holidays are at the end of September. I want to get as much out of this trip as possible. Uh, as you all know, our elections results were under 500 votes in all three elections. We need 140,000 votes to get our first three members of Knesset into our first cities into the Knesset. Um, so we have to broaden our base to at least 140, 150,000 people based on no budget. Not only were we out of gas, we ran out of fumes finally. And but this is how God set it up. We did get the party put together with $60,000 in checks made out to our lawyer's office. Took me 11 years to do that, but we got the party finally registered. But now it's like I have a Cadillac, but I don't have the gas to drive the Cadillac. So what's the Cadillac good for? So we have the party, we have the team now. We have at least 8 members. We're going to have a 9th member who's going to be more than 9. We have over 100, but we are now working to broaden the base, to bring in hundreds and maybe hopefully thousands and tens of thousands of people into this party. But to do that, you need a budget. And so I am traveling to the United States, maybe Canada. I do have lots of books, lots of CDs, lots of DVDs in stock. I'm going to give you are in a quandary as to what's going on today at the height of the coronavirus and at the height of the tensions with CCP, Communist Chinese Party. You're all under tension because of the elections in November in the United States, November 2020. And so I'm ready to come and fill in many of the information gaps that y'alls are lacking. My trip will be mostly in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado. I hope, but since most of the traveling is by driving, I need to put together a very, very well coordinated calendar. If there are any of you who would like me to come and speak in your church, synagogue, messianic congregation, civic group, etc., you can call me, notify me at come speak to my group. What is it? Invite me to speak at gmail.com. Invite me to speak at gmail.com. I'm going to collect all of the requests. Try to put together a nice tour lecture circuit. We have islands. Is China going to get it, or are the other 4 countries surrounding the Spratly Islands going to get it? Will there be a war between the United States and China? Will Russia join the Chinese? Maybe they'll join on the side of the Americans. You never know. The Russians are suffering very greatly from this Chinese Communist Party virus. Do we have a strong president in the United States? I believe we do. Is he a friend of Israel? I believe he is. And so now that hopefully we have seen the last of the internal rivalries here in Israel, and Gantz and Netanyahu can put together a government, hopefully Yamin join. So we're hoping to have a good government to canvass the United States and Canada, and then come back to Israel and campaign amongst the different communities here in Israel. Don't forget, we campaign in communities in Israel. This is something you really do not have in the American or Canadian elections. 5 languages is the minimum. Also, I'm going to need funds to put out my books in those languages. My books are now all in English. We've got to do Hebrew, Arabic, Russian, and Amharic. We will do it. And as the immigration pours into Israel, I do believe our party will grow to become the biggest party in the Israeli system. The Muslim population is 2 million, so we're 9 million. But I believe we will receive an immigration of over 10 million. So our population will actually double, reach about 20 million very, very soon. Um, all these things are things that I'm qualified to speak about. I'll be happy to speak about them. All you have to do is ask and it will be granted. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will open and I will come. And I love all of you. Miss you all very, very much. And I'm very, very happy to come now to visit you all in the States and Canada. Shalom.